Right, I thought I'd do a quick update for everyone so we're not just people sat behind a GoFundMe. You're going to have to bear with the way I look and the way I sound and how I talk in this video, because what's happened to me has severely hindered me. My speech is a little bit slower and my memories are definitely a little bit slower. So just to let you know where it started, we moved into a house in 2001 that was let out by a management company. From the very beginning there were snags and things that we asked to be done that weren't done. We quickly started to notice that there was damp and mould in the property. I then offered to replace the damp floors, the vinyl flooring in the kitchen and the bathroom. It's a large area, it cost over £1,000, but I was happy to do it because the flooring was white and it started to become yellow from the damp. There was no negotiations. The landlord instead told us he wanted to increase the rent. I came back with a counter offer and said, look, we're happy to stay here, we like the place other than the damp and the mould, which needs sorting as soon as possible. Can you fix these problems and we will sign a new rental agreement with the new arranged fee, which was £850 per calendar month, which was reasonable at the time. Months and months go by. We ended up signing the contract because we had nowhere else to go at the time. I was working at Lincoln Prison, so I had a good job. Sophie was actually becoming ill at the time and we had no reason why. She was having seizures, as you've seen on the video, and we couldn't get to the bottom of it. We were having MRI tests, she was going for blood tests, and all we could be told was that it wasn't epilepsy. Now Sophie spent a lot more time in the house than I ever did because I was either becoming a prison officer, so I was away for 12 weeks, or I was working inside the prison, so I was doing 12-hour shifts. I was only coming home, eating my tea, going back out to the gym, and then going to bed, waking up and doing things like that. We'll fast forward, the work still hasn't been done in 2024. We've stopped paying the rent because we don't believe that our humane rights are being met living in the property. You can literally smell the damp. People are commenting when they come round that our house smells of damp and mould. My mum's double washing our clothes because it's embarrassing, really. And my mum is at the house to help us clean up for some builders coming around to assess the situation again for maybe the third time. And I'm with her in the kitchen and I dropped to the floor, and from what I know now, I had a grand mal seizure and I was unconscious for 3 minutes without oxygen. I went totally blue. My wife and my mum were about to start CPR when the ambulance arrived. I just came out of the grand mal seizure and I went straight into a hypoglycemic coma for a couple of minutes until I snapped out of it. I was then escorted to hospital for an MRI scan. MRI scans were done, I was fine, there was no bumps or lesions to the head or the brain, but my blood markers were showing that I was severely infected with something, which we now later know as damp and mould in the property. So that's a brief interlude of what happened with me. My seizures continued up until February 27th when we were evicted from the property. I actually had a seizure on that day. We've been moved into a travel lodge, a temporary accommodation in Sleaford, and we are awaiting a court date from the county courts to sue the management company that dealt with us. But at the moment we're waiting for North Stephen Council to get us into a property But at the moment, this is our home. You are propped up against our only cooking appliance, which is a kettle. I'm going to do some Q&As and some questions and answers, so if anyone wants to ask me any questions about it, we've been here for about 4 to 5 weeks now. The staff are amazing. But yeah, any questions, I'll do a video response if I can. And yeah, speak soon.